Okay, so today I'd like to talk about a couple of points that are really important when you use AI. Two things that is important to know because without you might make a massive mistake. Okay, so the two concepts are hallucination, basically AI can hallucinate, and garbage in, garbage out. Okay, which is connected to the quality of your prompt. Uh, Regarding hallucination, what's happening is, for just to give you an example, I might write a blog post and then I'm looking for a quote, okay, that can maybe from a writer, from a philosopher or something that could help you know create a different point of view or summarize the concept that I'm trying to explain during the blog post. So ask AI, can you find me a relevant, I don't know, quote that I can use for this blog post, and come out maybe with a few of those of those quotes, and maybe one or more of one of them they are not real, so it completely made up. So it creates something that is perfect for that blog post that says something beautifully, but nobody said before. So it's a quote from AI basically. It's not a real quote. And that is called hallucination when create something that is untrue. Okay, and that can happen in a lot of things. Okay, it can be concept that you explain. Can you tell me how this thing works? And it tells you how that thing works, but it's not true. Okay, it just think that it knows. So it give you basically AI. It always wants to please you and give you something. Okay, and if that thing it doesn't know it, it create it. And that is the problem with hallucination. So you need to know that AI can give you as an output something that is not real, something that is not true, and makes sense to double check, especially if you're quoting someone. Uh, so another thing can happen. Maybe you're doing some university work. You have a document and you're looking for referencing to prove that someone else has been talking about that concept somewhere. Okay, same thing. AI, it might tell you real things, but also might tell you things that are not true. Book that don't exist, people that never that never came to this planet. So it's something to be aware. So the interesting thing with hallucination, that okay, on one side this hallucination is becoming less and less of a problem. Still exists, but it's getting better. So AI is more likely to give you something that is true than something that is not true at the moment. Another thing that, as a creative, you see this hallucination as a source of madness that can come from AI, and maybe you can use it as a creative tool. Unfortunately, dealing with hallucination is not really simple in the sense that you don't know when he's doing it, how he's doing it, and most of the time is the hallucination is actually not usable. It just it's not a creative hallucination. But nevertheless, there are chances and cases that if you give meaning to the hallucination, then it can become interesting. Regarding instead, let's go to the other concept that is garbage in, garbage out. Okay, this is super simple. Basically, the quality of your question also connects with the quality of the answer. Okay, so your input is directly connected with the output. Okay, so if your prompt is created in a way that is well organized, makes sense, ask the right question, then the output is going to be well organized and makes sense to give you the right answer. Okay, if not, then you still have an output. Okay, and AI is really good in giving you this amazing output that makes sense, a lot of logic, credible, but doesn't mean that it's relevant or important or the best that AI can do. So learning how to talk with AI, which is called the prompt engineering, so basically how you prompt AI, how you engineer your prompts, can make a massive difference. There are different strategies to write prompts. We will gonna probably look in the future vlogs. We're gonna look into how to write an effective prompt. Prompt can become really long, can become really complex, can ask multiple steps. So start to thinking how to prompt AI is already a good step. Be aware of this garbage in, garbage out is can be a shift in your mind. So what you do is you're aware that you need to think about what you're asking to create a prompt that go deeper. Otherwise, the result is going to be like a basic, and it's something that is AI could do much better, but then it doesn't do it because you're not asking the right questions. So those are the two ideas that I wanted to share today. I'm gonna link in the description two blog posts, one for each of those topics, and I will talk hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for listening, and like and subscribe, of course. Ciao.